Second Cup is brought to you by Roswell Park Comprehensive Care Center.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. It's 8 o'clock on the start of a Friday. Welcome to Second Cup. Thank you so much for being with us as we ease into the weekend, talk about the Bills, talk about Christmas. And we've got some special guests here with us this morning. Russell Anthony Carigliano, my husband, is here, and we've got Liz Perna from Transit Lanes also here with us. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
This is awesome. I'm so glad that you guys could be here on a Friday. We've got so many people here with us already, getting ready for the weekend. Exactly, Lori, my girl, I'm right there with you. Yes, it's the weekend. We have finally made it. Does it feel like it's been the longest week ever?
It's been a long month.
Great point.
Yeah,
point.
absolutely.
All right, so Liz is here from Transit Lanes. Let's talk about what's going on. New Year's Eve, about 10 days away or so?
Yeah.
You guys have so much happening right now. Tell us what we can expect, especially when it comes to New Year's.
Oh, yeah. New Year's is one of our favorite times of year because we have 4 different parties that we celebrate on New Year's Eve. So we celebrate from 12 noon all the way till 1 in the morning until the ball drops, I guess you can say. We have 4 different parties, like I said. We start at 12 noon, and then we have another at 3:30. Those are both very family-friendly. Pizza, fries, soda, 2 hours of bowling.
Cool.
And then we transition into our evening parties, which start at 7 and 10:30. Those are more station-style food, entrees, dinner. We do a buffalo station. We do an Italian station. People come, they bowl for 2 hours, they eat, and they celebrate the new year with us.
Talk about what kind of food is included at each of these stations, because we were talking about meatballs. You know, Russ, his family is the Carigliano family. They own Rosina Food Products.
Yeah.
But he was interested in what kind of meatballs you were making.
Turns out, I heard you make your own.
Yeah, sorry, Russ. So our chef is wonderful. He and his sous chef hand roll all of these meatballs along with their staff and their team. They're a very talented culinary crew. So all the meatballs, are made in-house. All of the sauce is made in-house, the marinara that you're going to have. The panko crusted chicken we're making in-house. Nothing is coming out of a box and being slacked into an oven. We're making everything. So we do marinara, panko crusted chicken, garlic bread, meatballs.
Wow.
That's our Italian station. That's
Sounds
the
like we
later
should have
station.
some New Year's plans.
I know. This sounds
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Peter says, I want to see the inside of Transit Lanes since
Oh, yeah.
remodeling the outside. It looks amazing, he said. Tried getting back into bowling just before COVID. Do you guys offer lessons?
Oh, that's an interesting question. We don't have lessons set up specifically for bowlers that are coming back into the game, but we do have a pro shop right next to us, which is owned by Jack Jurek, who is a famous bowler. He was just inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Cool.
So I think if you stop in there and you get lucky and buy a ball from Jack, he might show you a few things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So the bowling ball, that was always one question that I always had. There's different weights of the bowling balls,
Yes.
9 pounds, 11 pounds.
Yes.
How do you choose the perfect weight ball?
I'm not an expert by any means, but I think one time Jack had told me that the heavier the ball, the more control you have over it, but you don't want to go too heavy. So I'm an average bowler, about like 120, and I bowl with a size 14 or 14 pounds.
120 is like an average score. I have a friend who went bowling last week. He bowled a 90.
That's terrible.
Yeah, no, I'm average in the way that like that I can averagely bowl, but no, I don't know if that's like an average bowler. I would say most of our bowlers in-house are averaging between 160 to 200. We have some wonderful bowlers.
Who bowled a 90?
I mean, I don't want to throw these here. Tyler wouldn't be happy.
Tyler's so tall and he's so strong. He's like a CrossFitter. They all do CrossFit together.
Yeah.
This guy is he's like an Amazon. He's so tall and he's usually very, very athletic. I am shocked to hear this.
I mean.
No. Oh my gosh, Tyler. Anyway.
Sorry, Tyler.
Okay,
at
Tyler.
Transit Lanes, here's what I've heard. You guys have remodeled.
Yes.
You guys have also kind of created a culinary scene there.
Mhm.
And I don't think when you think of bowling alley, you think culinary.
Yeah, most people don't. Most people think roller dogs, fries, pizza logs. We do have pizza logs. We make them in-house. So we try to be a little bit more unique. We have a full culinary staff. That's what makes us different. So we have an executive chef, a sous chef, and then very talented cooks underneath him. And they work very hard to make everything in-house. And we did this because we built an event center and we needed to bring a higher elevated menu to that event center. And we weren't going to just bring it to the event center. We were going to bring it to Kegler's, which is our restaurant, and we were going to bring it to the bowling lanes. So whether you're bowling a few games, you're sitting in Kegler's, or you're hosting a beautiful event at the 300, you're going to get the same quality food.
Kegler's is actually with us this morning.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Liz, is what the comment is. How much of an event space is there? Like, can I have a birthday party there, or am I having my bar mitzvah there?
Yeah, so our 300, that's the wonderful thing about Transit Lanes. You can hold a birthday party on the lanes. You could do a birthday party in the 300. I've seen a 1-year-old's birthday party in the 300, and it was fabulous.
Is that what it's called, that lounge area?
The 300,
Okay.
yeah, that's our event space, which is the perfect game, 300.
Yeah.
So yeah, it holds up to 200 people. It has 2 full bars in it. It has
Wow.
8 private lanes, and it has banquet seating for, like I said, up to 200 people.
I love Kegler's. We party hard. I love that. Talk about
that's
costs for
awesome.
New Year's Eve. What do we need to know if I'm bringing my
Sure.
family there? You know, especially for the family-friendly event, which so many of us are interested in.
Mm-hmm.
What do we need to know in terms of time, cost?
Sure. So like I said, we start at noon. That's the earliest shift that we have. And that starts around 1:20, but that's per lane, and you can have up to 6 people on the lane.
Okay.
You get the pizza, you get a full pizza for your whole lane, fries, that's for the first one, and the second one, the 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock. And you also get noisemakers, hats, New Year's Eve celebratory stuff.
Fun.
And then for the later evening parties, we're probably in the 200 to 250 range for pricing. That's per lane again, up to 6 people. But you get, for the 7 o'clock, you get a full buffalo station, which people love. That's wings, roast beef on weck, chicken fingers. What else?
It sounds
great.
great.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Pizza, yeah.
That's
So
your party.
exactly, and then the final one at 10:30. We try to make very elegant, which is our Italian station that we were talking about.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Notice how she pointed at me when she said it.
Well, because I'm Jewish. I mean, you've got the Italian.
Yeah, we can we can relate.
Yeah.
So, okay, talk about the renovations. And, I knew your name sounded familiar, Liz.
Mm.
Liz and I had never met until today. And I knew her name sounded familiar. There was some definite connection here.
Mhm.
Only to realize that you had worked at Tops.
Mhm.
But now you and your mom, I didn't realize your mom was the general manager at the
Yes,
bowling alley
yes.
also, and that it's a mother-daughter business.
Yes. Well, it started in 1959 as my grandfather's business, actually. Him and he had several partners. And then in the, mid 90s, my mother joined the team and took over Transit Lanes as the general manager. And she's been there ever since. And she's really built it into what it is today. Back in the day, it was a fun bowling alley.
Yeah.
My grandfather and his friends bought it because they like to bowl. And now it has become so much more than that. It's a family fun entertainment center. And that's all because my mom had a vision, and she
Wow.
saw that she wanted Buffalo to have something that everyone could go to, whether you're 80 years old or 8 years old. You're going to have a great time in this place.
Our news director, Aaron Mason, with us, proud Lockport native here. Shout out to Liz and the great Perna family, longtime owner of
Oh.
Tops Lockport.
Love Tops Lockport.
Is that true?
Yes, yeah, that was our family business was Tops, as well. So we owned and operated 5 Tops markets. We recently sold our business, which was bittersweet, but we sold it back to Tops Corporate, so it's in good hands. And the last store that I worked at was actually Tops Lockport. Beautiful store,
Wow.
gigantic, 20,000 steps a day.
Good for you. This is
Yeah.
really incredible because I am sitting in between 2 giants here, is what I realize. First of all, because I'm so tiny, but and everyone else is so tall around me. The idea that your family was able to create a business plan in 2 different capacities.
Mhm.
Number 1, the bowling alley, and
Yes.
number 2, Tops, all
Mhm.
around Western New York.
Yeah.
And then number 2, sitting next to Russ, I mean, his family has a similar story. I mean,
Mhm.
his grandpa started Rosina in the 1950s also.
Awesome.
1956?
1963.
1963. Okay, 1960s. But to have built, such Western New York businesses and
Mhm.
focus specifically on the economy here, that is so cool.
Thank you.
What does that feel like for each of you?
Russ, I'll let you start.
I mean, I'm very proud of the legacy. We employ a lot of people in the area now, and it just very proud of the legacy, and be able to give back to the community as the community supports us. And Similar stories all over the community. So it's a great feeling.
But
Yeah.
so many of these businesses are fleeting, it seems, right? Like they're being bought out by bigger companies
Yeah.
or they're just simply closing.
Yeah. And I think that's why we felt so good about our recent decision to sell Back to Tops Corporate, because it stays in Buffalo and all of
That was this year
last year. Yeah.
Okay.
And our employees, I think, like you asked, what it feels like to be in a family business. I think the most important thing to my father and my mother, and what I've seen and learned from the two of them, is that the most important thing is that we create a culture that people can be proud of to work for, and that they can, becomes part of their life, not just a job that you go to every day. We have people that have worked for us, even at Transit Lanes, for 25 plus years, that will retire with us. And that really is the most meaningful thing about being in a family business, is that we really get to connect with the people that we work with. Because,
Sure.
I can say my employees every day of the week, but at the end of the day, these people are my coworkers. They're the people that I rely on every day, and without them, we would be
almost
nothing.
feel like an extended family.
Absolutely.
I mean, there are people that are working for my family that have been working there since before I was born, 45 years.
Yeah.
And
Well, you're aging yourself here. You're
I
only
mean,
42.
no, I'm 35.
35 is not a bad age.
He's a lot older than that. He doesn't look it.
Yeah.
42 though.
42.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I
yeah,
said that because I'm 35.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's wonderful to be part of a family business, especially in a kitchen. It feels like family all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let me ask, what is that like though, working with your mother?
Interesting. It's had its highs and its lows for sure. But I think the lows are just getting to know each other's personalities in a business capacity.
Sure.
We've never done that before. So my mom is my mom, just like everybody else. I call her every day. I complain to her all the time. But now I have to be in this professional setting with her. And that was something that we both had to flex to each other's styles. We're very different people. If you ever meet Donna, which would be a pleasure, you'll see that her and I are very different.
Now, do you
Not in a
call
bad
her
way.
Donna or do you call her mom?
I call her Donna when I'm talking about her in a professional sense, and I have to, because my biggest fear is to be like, hey, my mom said this. I don't think people are going to take me very seriously. So I call her Donna when we're at Transit Lanes.
What do you call your dad?
I try to avoid.
I try to avoid it too. Biggest thing I avoid.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
try to avoid it.
Well, do you
Yeah.
say my dad or do you say Russ?
Oh no, I would never refer to him as my dad. But yes, Russ
Yeah.
Senior usually, since I'm Russ 2.
When I used to send emails for Tops and I had to refer to my father, I would use his initials.
Okay.
And I would just say, PAP said this, and someone finally emailed me back. They're like, who are you talking about? I'm like, my dad.
What's your dad's name?
Philip.
Philip.
Yeah.
Ah.
Mhm, yeah.
Well, it's so special. Oh my gosh, Lauren is chiming in here, Russ's sister, who also works for
We
the business.
avoid.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. Gotta avoid.
So funny. Okay, if we want to go check out New Year's Eve at Transit Lanes, where do we need to go to get more information?
Absolutely. You can call us. Our number is online. It's at our website. If you go to transitlanes.net, you will see all of the forms to fill out for New Year's Eve. You can fill one out and bring it in if you'd like.
Cool.
You can go in and you can fill it out and pay right there, have it all done. So all you'd have to do on New Year's Eve is walk in and enjoy the night with your family.
Remind me what stretch of Transit Lanes is on, because Transit's a very long stretch.
Remember the Eastern Hills Mall?
Yes.
Yes, we're right past the Eastern Hills Mall, headed towards South Transit.
Is the big Transit Lane sign still on the front?
Transit Lanes looks totally different outside.
Oh, okay.
So if you pass by, you might think you're on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yeah.
But there is still a sign that says Transit Lanes. It's just
Okay.
not out. There is one out front, but it's very different.
Got it.
Yeah.
I would love to come and join you guys for a game. Katie and I both actually love
Yeah,
to
come
bowl. That
bowl.
would be super fun.
Maybe I'll see if we can get you a lesson.
Okay.
I have to go
Okay.
over the safety rules then with that, because every time
Yeah.
we bowl, he's slipping, he's falling.
We'll
Okay,
get you the
so,
proper shoes.
Here's a funny story. Our wedding was at 500 Pearl.
Oh, wonderful.
And they've got a
They have
bowling alley
yeah.
right in the basement. So the after party was downstairs at the bowling alley.
Oh, nice.
And,
Very fun.
Yeah, it was a great time, except I had perhaps one too many cocktails at our wedding. And
As you do.
Yeah, exactly. It
As
was a
you do.
great time.
Yeah.
Wound up slipping and sliding down the lane in my dress shoes and my nice suit.
Oh,
Bowling
man.
ball still attached to his hand.
It might have been a little bit too heavy.
That's
And
awesome.
So one thing led to another, but no, it was a great time.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, what a great idea. How about a second cup league?
Oh, I would love that.
That's such a good
I would love
idea.
that. Absolutely. We have so many fun leagues. I'm in a league every other Friday. I bowl. I've been doing that since I started working there. I did it just so that I could really understand the lanes properly, but it is the most fun. I look forward to it. I'm bowling tonight.
Oh,
So
cool.
wish me luck.
Good luck to you,
Yeah,
Liz. And
thanks.
good luck on New Year's Eve. Thank
Thank
you so much
you.
for coming in. Really
Oh,
appreciate
thank you for having me.
Congratulations on all of your success, too. I
Thanks.
love hearing about these really great Western New York businesses
Oh,
that are doing well.
Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Yeah,
All right. Well, have a great weekend. Jordan's going to come in and grab you so that you can
Okay.
get your day going here.
excellent.
The other things that we want to talk about here include the idea of an animal shelter in downtown Buffalo. We've seen for so long how the animal shelter in Western New York, in Buffalo in particular, was just kind of, in Yiddish, we'd say schwach. It was just kind of there. It was gross. It was kind of not maintained. And
This is the current
the
shelter?
current shelter on Oak Street. And when you consider how these animals are being treated, you almost want more for them. And some of those volunteers who want more for these animals came to me in October 2024 and said, we need your help, Ed. We need to expose what's going on inside the facility. One thing led to another. We went inside, we saw what was going on, and we
The new
saw
facility, it's more than twice the size.
That's not what we saw. We didn't see Chris Scanlon in the shelter. We saw poor conditions in the shelter, that's for sure. We saw animals walking around in their own feces. We saw cages that needed to be cleaned. We saw volunteers who were begging for help. And fast forward to June of 2025, we heard Acting Mayor Chris Scanlon announce plans to open a new facility. This became one of his priorities. That was going to be on Niagara Street. It would have doubled the size, he said. It would have been a great addition to the area.
Oh, that's not happening anymore?
Not happening at all. So here we are. That was weeks before primary day in
So
June.
then what are the conditions like downtown then?
And that's the biggest question. People are really not thrilled. I can't tell you how many text messages I've gotten from volunteers inside the facility who say, we need your help again.
So
There is
why
more
are the
that needs to be
conditions,
done.
why are they like that? I mean, are they short-staffed? Are there not
Well, and
enough
that's the whole
volunteers?
thing. I mean, the volunteers can only do so much. The people who work there perhaps need more training or aren't necessarily
Well, who,
have the best oversight.
who manages the shelter?
The Department of Public Works. And it's interesting you ask that question because the Department of Public Works Commissioner, Nolan Skipper, is overseeing the facility as it is right now. And he's the one who sent me a statement now saying that there's going to be a two-pronged approach moving forward. They're going to stay, number one, in the current shelter and make sure that it's renovated and up to standards and code. And number two, perhaps look for another shelter in the future. So despite all of these promises and, frankly, delusions of grandeur, we're staying where we are. Nolan Skipper, we should point out, is working now under the current acting mayor, Chris Scanlon, but is also going to be the Department of Public Works Commissioner under incoming Mayor Sean Ryan. So he's kind of already laying the groundwork. They're working with a committee to try and figure out what else can be done. But here's what Chris Scanlon said back in June, right before primary day, when he was talking about building this new facility. Listen.
Facility, it's more than twice the size of the current facility. It's going to make life a lot easier for the employees, but obviously much more enjoyable for the animals.
So while they might want to make it more enjoyable for the animals, double the size, it's not happening.
Well, I mean, even if they're doubling the size, moving the location, I mean, when you have bad management and when you are understaffed and don't have the resources that you need to take care of the animals, I don't know how a new facility is going to help.
Well, and then needless to say, Buffalo faces a deficit of either, it depends on who you ask, really. $14 million, according to acting mayor Chris Scanlon, 54 total operational when it comes to what the Buffalo City Controller, Barbara Miller-Williams, says. Oh, and by the way, Barbara Miller-Williams still has not rescheduled her appearance here on Second Cup to even ask about these questions as the city's fiscal watchdog. Noreen says, let's have a good GoFundMe and build a new, bigger building, or isn't allowed due to laws. That's a great point. A GoFundMe might be able to help. Is it because of the actual budget? Connie's agreeing with you, Russell. about saying, when it comes to a bigger building, that might not necessarily even help. Yeah, you know what? And then I was emailing back and forth yesterday with Delano Dowell, who's her deputy controller, and put it out there. He's telling me, yeah, we've always said that it's a $14 million deficit, but that's only because of the ARPA money, the federal money that was used to fill those budget gaps that don't exist anymore. And had there not been any ARPA money, there would have actually been a $54 million deficit. So I emailed him back and said, hey, Delano, nice to hear from you. Aren't you part of the problem here? Because he was the one who helped craft the budget under Byron Brown, only to be able to criticize it now months later. But anyway, Barbara Miller Williams still hasn't come back. She hasn't emailed me back. She hasn't been in touch with me whatsoever, despite a number of emails trying to get her on the show talking about the budget. Mark says the city would have been renting the Niagara Street shelter, not owning it. So we should also point out that the city owns the building right now, as opposed to renting it from the Paladinos, from Elegant Development, which owns the building on Niagara Street. Peter says Ed is not letting go in this Barbara Miller Williams interview. Keep pushing. I'm trying, Peter. Danielle says, actually, it is still the people taking care of the facility to keep clean and take care of the dogs. We're talking about the volunteers, right, Danielle? Anita says, is the facility overcrowded? Yeah, I mean, when I was there and what the volunteers have told me is that, yes, it is overcrowded. And then Crystal says, I think the city needs an external review. But when you see the dogs in those kinds of conditions, it just breaks your heart.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, so what is the capacity like there? So when we're saying it's overcrowded, I mean, do we have 2 dogs to a crate, or?
Well, and look, I'm not on the inside here, so I genuinely don't know what it looks like right now. But what I've heard is that there are crates in places where there shouldn't be crates, perhaps in the garage, for instance, where there might not be heat or there might not be air conditioning. And this was what happened back in October 2024. So, in the year and a half since, perhaps it might have improved. But the reality is that the conditions are not favorable for these animals, is what the volunteers are saying. And it's just sad. Danielle wants to know, are there paid workers for the city shelter, or is it all volunteer-based? No, there are paid workers. And there was an executive director at the facility for a long time. Her health has kind of taken a turn for the worse. And I believe she retired. But under her leadership, there were still many problems, according to these volunteers. And then Mark says, isn't there a new state law coming up for shelters? There is. And it all has to do with these regulations as to what the capacity might be, size and scope of the shelter. So it's something that Sean Ryan is really focusing on when it comes to building this new facility.
What are adoption levels like at the shelter?
Great question. People want to come in, they need to, really adopt. They need to come in, take a look, and be part of that capacity building, right, in their own home, right? They want to make sure that they can extend their family. Kelsey says, I love that it's Bring Your Husband to Work Day. That's frowned upon at her job. Kelsey is one of my dear friends from Jamestown.
Okay.
And she's an EMT. So she works in an ambulance.
Yeah, so I could see that. We might not want, extra people inside the back of an ambulance. That might make for a crowded workspace.
Yeah, just a little bit. Paula talking about the shelter. The shelter is always full and more are on a waiting list. This is why people abandon their pets. It's the only way to get them into a shelter or a rescue. And then Jason is saying, build a shelter on vacant land. Daniela weighing back in, doesn't cost a lot to be clean and keep the shelters clean.
That's my point. I mean, when you see some of this video and you see the mess that is inside these dogs' crates, it's, you got to go through and you got to pick it up. It doesn't cost any more to keep clean.
Right. It's just a matter of having the people to actually get it done.
Sure. Yeah.
Lauren
imagine
says,
Gladys.
My poor
We
Gladys.
can't imagine Gladys in the city shelter.
No, my poor Gladys, she was used and kind of taken advantage of. I mean, she was used as a breeding dog. I don't know how she was treated, by the people who had her, but, she came to us having just had a litter.
She did. Yeah. I think she was probably fresh off a litter, right? And she's about 9 years old now?
Yeah.
9 years old, and she's a great dog. She likes Ed much more than she likes me. I mean, I walk through the room and she runs immediately.
No, she doesn't.
She does. I mean, you could tell that she wants to kind of warm up to me a little bit, but I don't know if we're ever going to break that barrier.
I think it's just because you need to get down on her level. She's so tiny. And, I'll come home from work and I'll, open her little crate and say, "Hi, Gladys," and just get down on my knees and start scratching her and petting her. You just don't like bending over.
I mean, the thing is she's never happy to see me. You walk in the door, she runs to you. She's trying to crawl up to you. Me, I walk in the door, she runs right directly to you.
Because she doesn't understand you. You're very rough with her.
Well, I don't understand her either.
Peter wants you to come back here again. We've got about 5 minutes left here on the show, and we'll have to let Aaron do his thing. But he wants you to come back on here. He says you're a natural.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, anytime. I mean, I do have to start work at 8 o'clock usually, Monday through Friday. But, if I could find a break in my
very busy
very,
schedule.
very busy schedule.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we've seen your calendar, and it's just full of meetings and staffers and everyone who needs to talk to Russ. Staffers who need to talk to Russ. Associates, excuse me. Marguerite says Gladys is so cute. Danielle says dogs always have a favorite.
I should have brought Gladys.
You should have.
Could have.
Gladys, she's had a rough life, and I think that we are
very similar.
Similar
in rough lives.
I wasn't going there.
Oh, okay.
I was just.
I didn't want to take the words out of your mouth or anything.
Well, I mean, I wasn't even going to put them out there. I was just going to say that I think that that she's very grateful, and that we're grateful to have her and bring her into her elder years in style.
Yes.
In her adult life.
Her geriatric years.
Yeah. Kathlena says, Russ, could be your voice that bothers Gladys. The tone is key for dogs. Yeah.
Actually, it could be.
Maybe if you were a little bit...
Say less.
What does that mean?
That's what I read from that, Russ. Just say less.
That's not at all what I want you to do. I want you to be nice to her. Jeanette says, come back.
Aaron, how are you?
You're so soft-spoken and gentle-minded. Great with Ed, obviously. Are we talking about Russ or the dog?
I mean, I rock them both to sleep.
Okay, let's pause for Aaron.
All right, good morning, everyone. Here's a look at the 290 going eastbound and westbound. No problems. Volume pretty light on the main roads. They're all wet from the rain we had that is now mixing with and changing over to snow across the area. It's going to be a windy one today. Wind advisory is posted from, right now through 1 a.m. on Saturday for winds gusting near 50 miles per hour, especially later this afternoon as those winds will ramp up again. Winter weather advisory 10 a.m. today through 1 a.m. on Saturday for southern Erie, Wyoming, Chautauqua, and Cattaraugus counties for snow and blowing snow. Checking out the radar right now, we have a bit of a wintry mix across the region. We're going to see more snow move in as the morning moves along and temperatures continue to drop. But here in Buffalo, some rain and some snow. Same thing with Amherst, little snow in Clarence, little rain right now up from Niagara Falls toward Lockport. Here in Buffalo, our temperature 34 degrees, winds out of the southwest at 13 miles per hour. 32 in Jamestown, 35 right now in Niagara Falls. Your hourly forecast, mid-30s this morning, near 30 by noontime, 20s this afternoon. So we'll have the snow, falling temperatures, and breezy conditions. Check out these winds. After around noontime, they really ramp up, gusting around 45 to almost 50 miles per hour. And we will have snow today. Buffalo to Batavia northward, about an inch or two of accumulation. You head south, could see about 3 to 6 inches of snow today through very early Saturday. Your forecast for today, we're in the mid-30s right now. We'll have some rain mixing with some snow, changing to all snow as temperatures drop from the 30s to the 20s and winds gust near 50 miles per hour. Tonight, some snow across the southern tier. Watch out for a lot of icy spots across the area, especially parking lots, lows near 20. Tomorrow, temperatures near 40 under mostly cloudy skies. Mix of sun and clouds, a few flurries on Sunday, low 30s Monday. Rain showers on Tuesday, quiet for Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, rain showers with highs in the mid-40s.
I'm actually cracking up at the comments here because...
Some say I need to be a little bit louder.
Jackie says, you two are so cute together. Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Yeah,
And
thanks for letting me come in.
Oh, man, this is great.
No, Russ, you have a deep,
You get to see the better half
voice.
today, huh?
Yeah, right, exactly. Connie says you need to be softer spoken. Noreen says give her the love. Marguerite's wondering why you don't have a typical loud Italian voice. No, he does.
Yeah, no, it'll get there.
Yeah, don't worry. It's there. Ed does not have a deep, stern voice. Pets and babies gravitate toward higher voices.
Okay.
I have a deep, stern voice when I need to.
Where's the one about taking them out and feeding them?
Oh,
Dog's favor who? Oh, there it is.
Where?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, from Danielle.
Yeah, Danielle.
Dogs favor those who feed them and take them out.
Okay.
Maybe you just need to do more of that.
I guess, yeah.
Paula says, Russ, now you need to take Ed to work with you.
Oh, yeah, we would love to have you out on the line, you know,
Roland.
Meatball.
Actually,
Meatball.
it's funny that you asked, that somebody mentions this. Paula says that I should go to work with you. Somebody had asked if you were hiring.
If we're hiring, yes, we're hiring. We're actually hiring, I think, about 60 more people for an expansion that we're doing right now. So come February 1st, we're going to have an expanded meatball factory in West Seneca, and we need, you know, more family members to help us make all of our product and send them out the door. So yeah, anytime.
Well,
come on in.
You know that I won't be long for the living here with some of the things that happen, but that's okay. So maybe you can always save me a spot on the line.
Always.
Appreciate you. Linda says, and I love who you replaced your work wife with. Yeah, my other wife.
Yeah. Miss Katie here.
Yeah. Jeanette says, Russ, seriously, keep coming back. Katie would love a few more mornings with her little one. You can take a few personal days for your husband.
Oh, that's nice. Yes,
You
you're right.
should.
Yeah.
And then Jason's wondering, do you have a vegan or vegetarian option?
Vegan and vegetarian. I mean, we definitely have vegetarian options with, you know, our pasta products, but I'm sorry for the meatballs. No, we save that for the meat eaters only.
Lauren says, go to our website to apply. It's rosina.com, I believe, is what your website is.
Yes.
Okay. So if you want to apply for a job there, maybe I should send my daughter's boyfriend. There you go. Check it out. Okay, we got to get the show on the road here. Happy Friday. We've made it to the end of the week. Take that deep breath. You deserve it. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Keeping me company.
Thanks for having me. Happen.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having
Oh my
me.
God, wait, yesterday I'm on the phone with Russell and my parents make fun of him so much because he's got such a Buffalo accent. And so I'm on the phone with Russ and he goes, I'm telling him, I'm like, oh, I'm going to Wegmans. Do we need anything? He goes, how about a nice garden salad?
You want to know what though?
Oh,
But
what?
you and your parents are outnumbered here in Buffalo.
I know.
Nobody else would have noticed that other than you
It was
and your
just
parents.
so funny. How about a nice garden salad?
Well, you know, I want to try and get some more veggies in my life.
Yes, absolutely. Have a great day, everyone. Go Bills.